Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to talk about the enabler, okay? Because we have the toxic person or the drug addict or the person that's addicted to whatever, the narcissist, and we have their enablers. And I want you to understand through this audio where the enabler actually has a toxic or plays a role, of course, in enabling this person to further their toxic agendas. But there's something, toxic, of course, in the enabler that is having them resort and taking that position to begin with, okay? Because oftentimes when we're enabling the other person through their addictions, through their toxic behaviors, and personality disorders, etc., we're saying that we're doing this out of love. But the things that we're doing to quote unquote keep them covered are actually the things that are hurting them. Is actually not what that person that's addicted, not what that toxic person needs, that will help cause that shift in their life that will begin to get them to pull away or create the opportunity for them to be in a position where they would at least consider to pull away from the toxic behaviors, including the addictions that they are doing in their life. Because think about it. If I am that person that is addicted to X, Y, and Z, if I am, the narcissist and I'm able to find someone that is loving me unconditionally and making everything so comfortable around me, am I challenged to change anything about myself that, has put me, or any parts of the negative behavior, basically? Am I challenged to change that? No, I'm not challenged to change that. My enabler, and that's why this person becomes the enabler, is actually enabling me to continue to be this, the narcissist in their life anyway, or they're continuing to enable me to, continue my addiction because they're playing a role, they're contributing to me being able to remain in this state. Okay, so I want to make this video to talk to the enablers out there who are having a hard time seeing their role in the situation of the addictions, or basically the toxic behaviors, and they're not seeing their roles clearly. I don't want to see them out on the street. Oh, they won't have anything to eat, or they're going to lose their job. If I don't keep stepping in for them, and you feel like you're rescuing them by doing these things, but all you're actually doing is prolonging the real rescue, or the real possibility of a rescue. Because most toxic people, most people that are struggling with addictions, they need to hit a rock bottom. They need to not have the enablers so that they can really feel what's going on. They can really feel their actions and their decisions and their behaviors, because what we're doing as enablers is we're fluffing things. We're fluffing. Okay? Imagine, if someone's constantly putting their finger towards the fire, but you're removing it. So they don't, you're telling them that the fire is hot, but they're not really sure yet because they never felt the heat. They never felt the heat. Or if you're always there to rescue them, they don't really know, how devastating it really could be. They're not really feeling, the fullness of their actions. Because you always hear for every action there's a reaction and vice versa. But they're not really feeling it because the enabler is intercepting it every time. So they're not really getting the full picture. Okay? And because they're being fluffed, it's comfortable. So they're not really feeling the severity of it. They're not really seeing where it's all that bad or wrong. And that's what we need to understand as enablers. Okay, that's one aspect of it. So we're not really helping them. We are hindering them, and we're prolonging their negative state conditions. We're prolonging it. We're helping them to stay in that poor state when we cover for them. Okay? That's one part of it. And the second part of it is dealing with our own discomforts, because, there's a selfish side to enabling here, because then we're going to feel like a bad guy, or we're going to, feel wrong, or, there's something inside of us, and something that we're wanting to get from that narcissist, or from that toxic person, or from the person that is, addicted to whatever. Is something that we want from them. So by fluffing them and enabling them, there is some kind of exchange where you're getting something from that. Okay, whether it is, a romantic situation, and, you're still holding on by a string to this relationship, but you are holding on by a string, but the relationship is still there. It's not healthy. It's not where it should be, but I guess the crumbs or the trickles of whatever, that addict or that narcissist can give you is sufficing you enough to continue to enable them. And one hand is washing the other, and you guys are running off of one another because maybe you don't want to be alone. Or maybe you feel like some type of failure, as a codependent nature would, by taking on someone else's problems. Okay? So, I just really want to make this video to really address enabling, because it's really serious, guys. Enabling it's horrible, honestly, if you're really looking at it clearly, and how you are actually hurting the other person and yourself at the same token. Toxic people and people with addictions, they need boundaries set and enforced. They need them set and enforced. And you need healthy boundaries set and enforced around your life so that toxic people can't penetrate it and bring you down with them. But if you're enabling, you're basically you're jumping on the boat with them. Okay? You're jumping on the boat with them, and the resources that you're putting into this person while you think you're sustaining them, you're sustaining their toxicity. That's what you're going to be sustaining, and everything and all the negative repercussions that come with that is going to, find its way back to you time and time again. Time and time again. So when you're using that cognitive dissonance, and you're, excusing their behaviors left and right, when they come back and you're acting like nothing really happened, or you just give them that same boring speech, and then it's back to enabling. They don't care if they got to hear a few words from you. They can sit through that. That's not painful for them. They know they got to hear you say a bunch of things, and then nothing really happens, and then everybody goes back to their assigned roles, right? But you can always choose to change that and stop being an enabler. Because not only are you enabling their toxic ways, you're enabling your own toxic ways by allowing yourself to even participate in that. So it's a double-edged sword there. Okay? It's a double-edged sword. And on my channel, I really like to put a mirror in your face. Why? Because you're the person that you could challenge and inspire to change. Yes, you can challenge and inspire other people. Yes, you can. But their true change has to really be rooted in their own challenge of themselves, their own inspiration of themselves. They really have to want to do it for themselves for it to be long-standing. Because if I try to change for someone else, maybe it might work on the short term, but chances are I'm going to have a relapse, and then it's going to be back to, whatever I was. And then it could be even worse now, because we all know how it feels when we set out to do something and we keep failing. And we start losing our confidence and self-esteem around it because it's not working. We haven't been able to have that breakthrough. okay, then we subconsciously, we don't really feel like we can do it, even if we continue to go through the motions of trying outwardly, but we don't really believe it. Okay. So, I really want you to think about, how have you been an enabler in your life that helps someone else to remain toxic in your life, and actually helping you draw out the toxicness in you, or for you to remain in toxic behaviors yourself, okay? Because we want to nip that in the bud, okay? We're not helping people. We're not keeping them covered. We're not helping ourselves or keeping ourselves uncovered. As a matter of fact, you're uncovering yourself, because these are behaviors, and behaviors are what? Actions. So you're showing and that enabling how toxic you are as well. Okay, so we have to take accountability for that. And then once we recognize it, now we have to decide, okay, well, this is what I was doing, and this is what I should be doing. This was unhealthy, but this is a healthy way of doing it instead. And then decide to do that. Okay, guys? So if this video resonates with you, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. I have over 300 videos uploaded here to help you heal from narcissistic abuse, toxic relationships, help you on your shadow work, and just, balancing, finding your peace again. All right, I put them all in playlists to help you find topics a lot easier. Take advantage of that. If you are ever having a day of feeling down and out, I did make a playlist titled Motivational Playlist for those healing from narcissistic abuse. Please take advantage of that. There's over 30 videos in that playlist. All right, and it's sure to uplift you on those days where you're feeling triggered or you're feeling down and out. All right, I do offer coaching, guys, via over the phone, which is the most popular. Most people will do a 1-hour session with me, and most people do this monthly, as a matter of fact. All right, but I do it over the phone. I do Skype, I do FaceTime over WhatsApp, and I also have an email coaching package as well. All right, you can email CoachLakia@gmail.com to find out more information about that, and that information is below. Should be basically all of my videos. I also accept donations for the channel, and thank you to those who do donate. If my channel has been a blessing to you and you would like to make a contribution or donation to the channel, you are very welcome to do that, and I accept them via PayPal or Cash App, and that information is below the video as well. I have a Facebook support group, Lakia Reflection and Progression Crawford. Okay, that link is below here as well. What else? We have books on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles to help you through your healing process and to understand relationships and psychology and doing your shadow work. All of these wonderful things. We have the X Factor Volume 1, the X Factor Volume 2, The Beauty of the Eye, and for those of you who have experienced sexual abuse, Silent Tears, okay? And that is full of more than the statistics that you would find at the doctor's office, all right? And there's exercises and all types of helpful information that speaks to your emotions and your psyche, and you can do this in the privacy of your home. And these are all available on ebook and hard copy, and I'm working to get everything on Audible as well. All right, so stay tuned. Lots of information to come on this channel. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope that this resonated with someone and it helps someone begin to take control of themselves. All right, because when you begin to do that, you can take control of your environment. And when you're taking control of your environment, you're taking control of your atmosphere. When you're taking control of your atmosphere, you're certainly taking control of your energy. And when you are taking control of your energy, you are taking control of your happiness. Okay, so let's take that control. We have a lot more control than we claim and then we accept a lot of times in life. Okay, so let's change that. All right, so you guys have a great day, and until next time, please take care.